A lot of times when people think of homeless people, they're thinking, give them a big plate of food, give them a house, and it's literally don't work like that. Homelessness is so wide, it's unbelievable. Brixton Soup Kitchen is a service that provides hot meals, hot drinks to the homeless, needy, less fortunate. Every service we provide here is free, so they can get a free hot meal. We've got a food bank, we've got a clothes bank on site, and they can do job search, they can do cover letters, make them do a bit of volunteering, just kind of update their CV. We work with a lot of people who's probably just on the verge of just leaving prison. So usually like back in the days when people are leaving prison, they can get a hostel, get a house. It's not really like that no more.
So let's go back. So what triggered your desire to want to set up the soup kitchen?
I just started to see a lot of people sleeping rough on the floor, like in sleeping bags, in tents, holding cardboard, saying need help, need food, etc. Then I could not stop thinking about it. Like there was something in me what was just like, how lucky am I? I said, I want to do something. So what I would do is I would put rice in like about 6 containers, chicken, gravy, heat them up, get ready to go to school, and literally give out the hot meals. And I literally done that for about a year. There was always leftovers, and I would literally give it out to the homeless. I started to realise things I was good at. And then that's when I kind of got involved with like Live magazine, getting my stuff published onto their magazines, etc. Amazing. And then I think from then, I was working with the council as a youth worker. They said, why don't you go to university? So I applied to uni, I got on, done the course, and then there was a thing where you have to do work placement. But because my whole history was with young people, I had to do something in the community what wasn't to do with young people. I had to kind of think outside the box. And that's when I was like, do you know what, I want to work in a homeless shelter. And I was there and I was just like, I like this, but there's nothing like this in Brixton. Literally, the day I handed in my dissertation was the day I started Soup Kitchen. There was no business plan, no project plan. I just went around to different community centres and I was just like, I just want people to come in off the streets, get hot teas, get clothes, etc. just for 2 days. Believe it or not, all the centres in Brixton said, no, it's not going to work, leave it for the professionals, etc. And then Southern Kimmy was just saying, keep on going. I went back onto my own estate where there was a community centre and I was just like, this is what I want to do. And then the woman was like, do you know what, I've always seen you do community stuff and you've always been brilliant at it. I'm going to give you a trial run. And literally, I remember I went back onto Photoshop, saw a logo online, stole the logo, made a quick flyer, literally was just on my moped. I went to north, east, south, west, wherever I saw homeless people, I was saying, get to Brixton, get to Brixton, get to Brixton. Because I knew at the time, I know there was a lot of homeless charities, but there weren't no homeless organisations that would run a service for homeless to kind of come in, get hot tea, get food, get clothes. And I was thinking, this might be quite unique. And literally, the 1st of January come, there was about 50 people outside. I was thinking, what the hell? We're getting people coming from East London, we're getting people coming from Birmingham, we're getting people coming from Brighton. And we're thinking, how can we prove that we're having these people coming from so far? Why don't I have a signing in sheet? So I had a signing in sheet and it was kind of telling people what different areas they were coming in. And then literally my phone was just like non-stop ringing. I remember getting phone calls from Sony that wanted to support. And a lot of the times that people was calling me, they were saying, we love your concept, but we don't like your logo. We don't like the logo. Because it was just like an Italian man holding a bowl and it just said Brixton Soup Kitchen on there and the people was like, no, you're Brixton Soup Kitchen.
Yes.
At first I didn't want my face on there. I was like, no, like what charity has their face on the charity? And I was like, no, but the team at the time was like, yes, Solomon, you started it, like you was the brain behind it, like yeah. And I was just like, alright, cool. We was getting calls from Greg's, then Greg's got on board, so Greg's was giving us a lot of sandwiches and donuts. Then Nando's got on board, and then I got a crazy call, and I'm looking at my phone, and then I answered it, and it was an American voice, and I was like, hello Solomon, this is yeah, we're from Nando's. And I'm like, what? Yeah, we're the head of franchise. And then there was like, we're doing a new program where we're now, it's called No Chucking Our Chicken. So basically we want to kind of come down and kind of supply you with, fresh chicken. Okay. So this is like on a Monday. We want to meet you on Thursday.
Wow.
So you're going to fly all the way from just to have a meeting with me. I've never heard of that. And you got to remember, for me as well, I've never learned to speak to corporates before. Everything I've had to learn, I had to pretend I knew what I was doing. But Lord, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Speaking to Sony, speaking to Warner Brothers, I didn't have a clue. I was never able to have access to these people before. And now it was just like a new world for me. So when they come down, we're showing them what we're doing, etc. Boom, boom, boom. The meeting was no more than 10 minutes. They said, from today, you're going to be getting Nando's chicken. So then what we decided to do was leave half at the soup kitchen, but then give half to families around in the community. Now we get corporates. We've probably worked with over 400 different corporate groups, and they will literally go out, shake buckets. Sometimes the highest they probably raise is like maybe £400 or £500, and that's just them literally going out shaking buckets. Idris was in Brixton for about an hour, raised over £1,000.
Yabba.
People who we've never been able to get money out of were like,
they were giving.
Can I put £50? Can I put £20? And I was just like, oh my God, it was amazing. Just like Rio Ferdinand as well. Rio would just call me. He would just be like, Solomon, I've got some clothes on a donate tune. He'll just give us bags and bags of clothes. It's just so crazy to the amount of celebrities we've kind of just been working with. We've had Michael Dapper here, gigs. We've basically had everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. And it's just so amazing that the amount of homeless people we was helping, the amount of families we've been supporting, Open Christmas Day. I've always wanted to do a thing where if I'm running a service, it's not just borough-based. A lot of things is you have to be from Lambeth or you have to be from Southwark. I said, for me, if I ever run any type of company or service,
all inclusive, everyone.
All inclusive. And what makes our project so unique, we're an open door policy. So anyone could come in at any time and get a service straight away.
What's it about homelessness that actually made you want to actually do something about it and commit your life to trying to help other people who are less fortunate than yourself?
I genuinely love doing this. You see what I'm saying? I genuinely love helping somebody who couldn't really help themselves, and now they are able to help themselves. So it's the best feeling in the world. I've never got a wage from doing Brixton Soup Kitchen. So
never.
No.
Why?
Two things: funding applications are now 10 times harder, and getting a bid writer costs so much money. So we literally rely on just getting normal donations, and that is just literally what makes the soup kitchen tick over.
So how do you survive? Don't mind me asking.
I'm never too embarrassed to say I'm on benefits. Job Centre's quite cool with me as well, so they don't really mad badging me to say look for work, and I know what I'm doing. But the main thing is to get funding to pay my staff and also to pay myself as well. There's a lot of people that are struggling in silence. So what I've decided to do is from 2 o'clock till maybe 6-7 o'clock is a secret service where we're not open to the public per se, but we're open to the public. People who's too embarrassed to say that they're using the soup kitchen, they could come, get clothes, get socks, get food, get tin food, get chicken, etc. My thing is how could we target those people who are actually at home way too embarrassed to say that they need support. We also do a service where people can call us and say, if you can leave 2 bags of shopping. So a lot of the phone boxes are no longer used.
Yes.
So we will leave the food parcels in the phone box, and then we will say to people, it's at this phone box. Okay. Just go there and come collect it.
Do you speak to the government about the work you're doing, and where the government failing in addressing a problem that is on the rise? Homelessness is getting worse and worse.
Yeah. I would say the massive failure, what I always say to the government, is people not working together. there's thousands of homeless charities. I've come to realise it's not about us blaming the government. It's about us blaming these charities that are able to access into that pot. Take a large sum of that pot to say what they're actually doing, what they're not actually doing. Target those who was actually doing the ground-to-ground work. Not those who's good at doing application forms.
Solomon, I'm going to start off by saying that, like I said earlier on, I first met you 20 years ago. I'm really proud of you. You should be very proud of yourself. You are one of the people that epitomises the concept of black and winning. Black and winning can come in. Winning can be a number of things. Financially, accolades, awards. But it's also about impact. And the impact that you're having in not only Brixton, but as you mentioned earlier on, you go beyond the borough of Lambeth, is huge. And to give as much as you give of yourself is really amazing. And I'm really honoured and proud to know you. And I really hope you continue doing what you're doing. We all feel bad about homelessness. In the last year and a half, I've seen it more and more, so I start to feel like this is really bad, that man on the floor and it's wet, but it's actually going to do something about it. That's a special person. That's a special person, man. So you should be, honestly, man, big up. Thank you very much for coming on Black and Winning, and we'll speak to you soon, man.
Thank you, man.
Wicked, nice one, man. Big up. Thank you very much.